OG's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5
Virtus
seconds
Pro's
remaining.
turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. OG's turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Morphling.
OG's turn to pick.
Lena.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining.
The next level play.
The next level play.
5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Sven stands ready.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick. OG's turn to pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Enigma.
10 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to pick.
Mars!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Thanks.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Clockwork!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Admiral
You may
Conquer.
now select your heroes.
Our Admiral is on board.
Prepare for battle.
Thank you so much, Sheever. Yes, indeed, we are here, Trent. It is the grand finals. It's all come down to this. A ton of group stage that didn't matter, and then the playoffs mattered, and now we're here, and it's Virtus Pro versus OG. How you feeling?
Great. We have 2 leagues, 2 grand finals, 4 best of 5s, all culminating here, and it's familiar faces. We're already battling in the mid.
Oh God, no tail. Don't let it happen. Don't be first blood. It never ends well. No tail. Oh wait, but the roll around, the turnaround, and maybe nobody's gonna die. All right, how anticlimactic. I thought that was gonna be
That's
better.
good. No, this is excellent. They're just started things swinging.
The next label
All right,
plays.
series just started. Already got 5v5. Okay, almost 5v5 mid. Seb was a little busy getting some wards down here. He wants to kind of spot what's happening. But yeah, this should be
30 seconds
should be
to
great.
battle.
Very similar to game 1 of OG's last series draft-wise, right, where they're bringing out this Clinks again, as the panel was talking about, and it was a similar concept that they needed on the side of Viking, where like it's all about those earlier fights and everything. And this time, I do think Virtus Pro does have quite the lineup for it too. I think that Clockwork was an excellent 9th pick for OG, though, I have to say. That hero just seems to answer like a lot of problems, and it's coming out from a position 5, which is another benefit of having this Clinks, right? Like opting into some of these melee position 5 heroes a little bit easier.
Right, you're not going to get as heavily punished most likely against what could be kind of an oppressive lane, although they are going to switch it up now, and they're going to send the Sven up here and have the 2 sisters together for some early harassment as they see no tail already. But you can see the reaction. Mid one going to run on down bottom, and they're going to be able to swap this up at least a little bit for now. So it looks like we might have some musical lanes here to begin. Not sure if Seb is going to sort of make the whole jaunt himself, or he's going to stop in jungle along the way, but already a little bit of a departure coming from OG.
He's just TPing.
That's the way to do it.
Now that of course leaves options though, if they notice.
Uh-oh, no tail. Lots of damage out early on, and took a lot of damage earlier. This time it's going to cost him. Epileptic Kid drawing first blood.
Seb's just sitting there like, I really can't help you, man. I'm sorry. But I think they just scattered that on the ward, and oh yeah, look at that. Illias was also going back there trying to grab a courier, but they sniped that with their Or at least they understood that. Oh, actually, no, he was just waiting for the clock. Well, that's kind of funny. Well, that ended up saving his courier at the very least. But Crystal Maiden TP's down the bottom lane. Lina to follow, and they are chasing that Clinks. And they're committed to this, though, because Seb TP top.
Right, yeah, they can't do the whole switcheroo this time around. As over to the side, they're going to go on to mid one again, and VP wanting to play really aggressive. They have Mango still on CM, but the right click's coming through, needs one more touch, and they will get it. Illias picks up another one.
And now that's a question. What do you do as mid one? Does he TP top? And then just force Seb to go jungle and Saksa soaks bottom?
Hey, maybe. There's a lot of damage on the DM, by the way. No,
he's coming back bottom.
Interesting, because Seb did have a TP up.
Yeah.
Okay. So mid one thinking that he's going to be able to make this work regardless of the fact that there's some very dangerous heroes in here. And in fact, they get a pull off, at least a little bit of one, which is going to even out the distribution. Looking at mid a little bit, GPK facing off against the Morph. There at least also Kunkka's having a good game, 13-3 versus 7-1. So all across the lanes right now. Pro really coming out swinging in this game number one. Yeah, mid one ends up invising and trying to chase down a courier, and now he's just going to try and grab the wave, but he was a bit too early. Now he goes back for it. He's got the aggro now, but this still doesn't look particularly great. He has no TP. Save won't be able to get there in time, though, so he is just going for a long hike with these creeps. I mean, at the very least, CM is like the slowest hero in the history of Dota. So that's something where it's like going to be hard for her to track him down, but this can't feel good as your position when so often mid one's been that guy that's just like AFK farming while everybody else makes stuff happen. And 100% win rate looks good, but it's one game. And I saw someone just ping the camp. They're like, yo, Illias, just stop chasing him. Can you just stack that, man? Yeah. Like, we got a separate game going here with this Fed. Well, and they're going to roll onto Lina down bottom as well, trying to slow him up on Saksa here. But Saksa gets boots delivered, and then it'll be perfectly fine again. Yeah, you know, looking at all three lanes right now, it's doing absolutely great for Virtus Pro. They're having a great time here. Yeah, Topson's, of course, always going to be a bit of a nuisance with his regen shenanigans. But guess what? It's a Kunkka. So he does similar plays. GPK TP's home with the X, and he's right back in here. Full HP, mana, and the bottle to boot. 64% win rate in 11 games. Not bad. It's over 500. We'll take it. Oh, God. That's a big one, though. 89. Over 9 games. All right. Well, we'll see how he does. There's some interesting heroes to sort of replicate into in this game as well. I think Kunkka can be okay from time to time. Depending on if he ends up getting like an Aghanim, switching and Sven's pretty nifty. You know what else is good? Is Earth Spirit again. Ooh, there you go. That's the plays. That's all they do. Topson just wants to play Earth Spirit. And two of them is definitely better than one. That is for sure. It seems to be outpacing the Earthshaker at this point, honestly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Going to get clocked there by a couple quick stuns, but then heads off in the other direction. 4-minute mark, Saksa is going to make the runaround, picks up the Arcane Rune, taking that one away from the Kunkka, who is currently underneath a ward that was placed down a little bit earlier. But it feels like things have settled down a little bit over the last couple of minutes here.
Oh,
kind of. Mid one's just looking for recovery. This would be a great way to try and get something back for him in his 9 last hits.
Oh, and no tail moving in. The cogs are there. Everybody shows up to try and mess with DM. And
oh, please don't lose anyone for this.
Go down.
Yeah, you can't trade 1-for-1 with a 4-hero gank. That's for sure.
I mean, space created? I don't know. I just feel okay.
I mean, what does mid one get for that? That's like a creep, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes, 22 gold. Oh, sick.
This'll come in handy.
Some free time at least. Because, yeah, man, dude's been hurting. 11-6 right now on him. Mid, GPK not quite able to connect there on with the torrent. And instead, they're going to bring the party up top again.
They actually want revenge.
Oh, my God. Dude, poor mid one.
Get away from me. He has no vision up here either.
Oh, Invis? Dust is out, but can't get the range. So bringing 3 heroes top again and not able to get that kill.
Back so soon.
Oh, TP mid for the save attempt.
Okay. Keeps them from diving. GPK able to live. A very weird game so far. At that 5-minute rune, it looks like they were trading off the bounty runes as well, pretty evenly. Still has one more to pick up on the other side of the map. Gonna go slightly into the favor of OG, it looks like.
Dire are scanning.
I can tell you, Epileptic Kid looks pretty happy, man. chilling in the lane, farming some creeps. The supports were stacking a little bit. They're just constantly berating and harassing the opponent position one. One of the better Sven starts we've had in a while. Hero's been struggling a little lately.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you know, when somebody starts playing it and it ends up looking really, really good after a while, it, like, eventually just ends up turning the other way. Seb there stole 2 of the big creeps away from Epileptic Kid. Gave him the tip afterwards. Just to let
Yeah, you know, yeah, say like, okay, well, I can convert that gold into Dota plus points for you there, bud. Some shards.
But yeah, again, very slow until we see those early rotations.
Epileptic Kid's trying to get a kill with
Radiant's top
Godstrike
tower
here.
is under attack.
And he goes for a not so sneaky ward.
Well played by Seb, like just recognizing the inherent danger there. He's also bringing out some raindrops for himself just to try and live through all this magical burst. Raindrops seem like such a value pickup this game against VP's lineup.
Yeah. I mean, with the, you know, the supports are going to have to be there to help the Sven, so that's just going to try and help mitigate some of that damage. Unfortunately, it is a lot of burst, though, so you have to, I don't know if you're going to get a second block in those 7 seconds, you know, if it's a God Strength kill.
Roll in again, trying to find DM. LSA is going to connect afterwards, tries to get the push out, and actually gets no tail away from him. That will keep him surviving. And down bottom, Topson has a haste run, thinking about switching over into somebody else, but is just going to come over and steal the creeps. He wasn't able to connect for a full gank attempt. They had that ward there scouting the entire time.
Yeah, even with all that armor, that's a bit freaky going into a Sven lane where he might be able to pop on you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of burst like you're talking about. But right now, I mean, you look at the way that they're playing right now in Virtus Pro, and it's very much how we've seen these other games go, where just stack up Ancients, stack up camps all around the map and just let Sven eventually take them all away.
Oh man, that Ancient camp is so annoying on Radiant. Yeah, I can't believe he didn't get that. I thought he had it.
Yeah, it's pretty Sentry, but the torrent comes through afterwards and Saksa will be found. BK gets another kill. Actually on the board.
I appreciate the commitment there of not just trying to roll away right away. I mean, he was getting rid of that sentry one way or another.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta get something.
That kill, they come up, they salve DM, and now they want to get a little bit of a surprise play. They're not going to opt for a smoke or anything, but there's actually not a defensive ward anyway here. Hoping that this sentry that's down will essentially cover this movement in from them. So far, they still haven't seen the lean. Now they see the lean, obviously, and the whips on the LSA.
A couple missed opportunities here. Playing against OG, you can't afford to just like be not connecting onto these gank kills, it feels like. Something that might come back to haunt him later. DM now has level 6, but you can see mid one is playing so safe right now, playing as far back as he possibly can to make sure he doesn't get caught out. This leaves open a ton of space around the rest of the map for, you know, Seb to just farm away, and we've got Topson taking over their camp as well. They'll catch no-tail here, gonna pin him to his own cogs, and they will bring him down. Again, 3 heroes.
Oh, mid one. He got caught out.
What is he doing?
He got the angle, dude. He got angled by DM there through the trees. That was a nice play. They are definitely setting the pace right now. And OG, they're essentially trading farm on Seb for farm on mid one. Partially because of the way that he's like a magnet and pulling all this VP aggression. And Seb's going for this mech Greaves build to try and like create a 5-man moment, I would say, when that's done. But Virtus Pro are going to take a lot of map pressure while that's being built up. And even then, Klinks won't have necessarily that much damage. You can see his items are just not very fun looking at the moment.
Regeneration.
Yeah, he really does not have what he needs to get this going.
He's got the inventory. Like when you first start playing Dota, you start clicking items. That's what this looks like, you know? It's like, oh, that looks good. Yeah, mana regen. Ooh, corner staff. That sounds right.
Well, back towards the bottom lane. The boat goes out. GPK not able to fully kill all those Eidolons. Mid one's still hunting with Saksa there as well. There's a little sidestep, the okie doke. Chase down coming through. Can they get him? On the other side, no tail goes down, but GPK will be the bigger kill. Nice freehand torrent. And that will buy enough space for him to escape. But mid, there's a ton of pressure coming in. Topson forces back DM, and DM might just be dead here. Oh, wait, no, the spear. All right, that's going to keep him alive at least. And I think that might stop the aggression.
I don't know, Catapult's still swinging. Topson wants his value.
Dude, he's hanging out here. This is really close. So it's going to be deny range. But It looks like
no,
with
he
the
wants
one
it, man.
afterwards. Trying to make a play here. Saksa is, and they're going
Radiant's
to get
middle
the final
tower
touch
has
onto that
fallen.
mid-tier 1 tower. So in spite of setting
really.
the pace,
They love the cheeky plays, man. They really
Yeah.
do. Like that kind of a little commitment and play just to guarantee the goal, no denies. Those are those small little victories that all add up in Dota. That's like classic OG.
really impressive stuff. And like, you know, just wherever Virtus Pro is, OG is not. They're somewhere else making things happen.
Well, you can also see the warding from OG, right? Like here and here, trying to spot these little
Dire's top
invasions
tower
in,
has
but
been
it's
denied.
constantly through this top lane
Dire's
that they've
middle
been moving.
tower is under attack.
And look at this, 4 heroes make
The
this
next level
rotation to
play,
get
the
the
next
tower.
level
It
play,
gets
next
denied,
level play.
and they might not be able to connect to the kill either. Damn, dude.
They're trying hard with the tips between No Tail and Sev, I'll tell you that much.
Oh man, you gotta be so bad. Look at these guys, they're just chasing them. They're just literally chasing them around the map.
Oh, don't let them get in your head though. You're still doing great as Virtus Pro.
Okay.
So I would say
Radiant's
getting in here,
bottom
he's stealing
tower is
some
under attack.
neutrals. GM's on it too. Everybody's farming. Life's fine right now. Mid one is still in recovery mode, but he has at least surpassed the Mars at this point, and I'm sure we'll be looking to catch him towards Sev as well. Who how's that mech coming? Mech done and Greaves about 1,300 gold away.
Okay.
Oh, they're trying to find that angle. Man, they were just lurking on the high ground there.
Yeah, it does feel like one of those setup items, whether it be the Yules that GM has queued up or the Blink Dagger eventually is going to be so key to this.
Is that the yeah, I knew you guys were there tip, so I sent up
I
one
think so.
Eidolon. Is that how that was?
I think that's what that was.
Thank you for sharing XP with me. We all had a great time. All right, X is level 4. Oh, they go for the turret. Oh, cool.
Just barely out of range.
They actually had no detection there too.
Yeah. Kunk had a
Dire
DD. Maybe he could have
scanning.
made some type of play there. He's almost at the Spirit Vessel also, which might be the point at which Virtus Pro are like, all right, let's try and go. I'm not sure. It just feels like every move that they're making, they're not quite connecting from Virtus Pro, and OG is still farming in this game and getting, you know, a lot out of it. But like you said, Virtus Pro is still very strong right now.
And he wants that Magnum spill so he can play with his Earth Spirit like they always do. But that means no Dispel, right?
Double damage. Excellent play. Pulling him back in. That's a hard kill to get. The stun is there, but no armor to the strike core. And the beatdown commences. They find the kill. No kill goes down afterwards. Great combo from VP.
Yeah, that's an expensive save attempt there to get rid of that hook shot. 'Cause it's one of your best
Dire's
abilities
middle
to
tower
create the
is under
counter initiation plays on your towers because there's no
Dire's
blink on your
structures
Enigma.
are fortified.
Now you have yourselves a very nice tier 1 tower to take on Virtus Pro. And
Dire's
they're going
middle
to come and
tower
invade the
has
jungle.
fallen.
And mid 1 still just left trying to catch up playing farm game whenever possible. Same with Mr. Seb. I think this is the completed Orchid that's coming out for him though. So that's something.
It is. Well, what does he try and sync up with? I guess probably an Earth Spirit and a Clockwork play.
DM still getting chased. The rest of VP is connecting though. They can't overextend here. Epileptic Kid gonna throw out the stun. That's just to secure DM's retreat. Will they find him? Oh my god! Nice
Oh, got him with the
play.
skewer.
Dude,
Oh,
DM.
shish kebab.
Oh, that was cool. I like that.
Man, these guys are stone cold. No tips on anything here.
No.
Everyone's been talking about VP super serious, or Seth put it very nerdy in the best possible ways, he said.
And they're on to 2 of them now. Can they bring him down in time? They will be able to find that kill onto DM. Everybody else from VP trying to back away. Both's gonna come in afterwards, gonna connect onto mid 1. Almost did it. The Dragon Slave just barely gets the kill. Saving that fight.
All right, that was a nice all chat. Yeah, got him there. The downtown punk snag.
You know, I think that there's something to what you're talking about there too, right? Like if you think about the story of these two teams, Virtus Pro are very much like
Radiant
the
are
underdogs. I think
scanning.
they're like average, you know, winnings or something's like 40K. And then you think about like OG and what they've been able to win and what this tournament would mean for Virtus Pro. The pressure is not on OG. This is like every day of the week for them.
Yeah, it was already a lot for these guys to get promoted to the first squad.
Yeah.
And now if you can manage to bring home a big tournament win after that, that's pretty huge. Everyone was in this tournament, right?
Totally. Yeah, all the top teams in Europe, CIS, they're all here, and Virtus Pro remain as one of the top two, facing off against two-time TI champions OG. Hoping to claim this one here in the grand finals. But 16 minutes in, it's less than 1,000 gold lead. They're up 9-2 in the kill
Dire's
score.
middle tower is under
Can they
attack.
take it to that next level? It's like BKB is going to be the next route for Epileptic Kid. He just wants to be able to farm after getting that Mask of Madness and the Echo Saber.
We got a haste rune on GPK though, so I would say that Topson is a priority target right now. Continue to try and slow down that Aghanim Scepter, utilize your Spirit Vessel, and then move in for the Roche. Seb just wants BKB. We do have to, of course, keep that in mind. It is an Enigma that has wound up at the end of a draft with nothing to cancel him, short of an Abyssal at some point. If he goes through his BKB plays.
Tail is going to be found again as Frostbite comes out. Quick swipes, tries to go for the hook shot, and was not able to escape from that one. And that might set us up for a pre-20-minute tier 2 tower into Outposts.
Oh, that's so tempting. I've seen teams falter on this before. Mind you, at the same time, Mid One's getting his pressure on the opposite lane, and you know, considering how his game started, I would say Mid One has done quite well in like getting value out of this hero. Maybe to what Seb kind of hinted at of not wanting to like talk about it a little bit, like this idea of I can be bottom, I can be split pushing and stuff. And look, he drew GBK's TP down here. He didn't X or anything. Now GBK is phasing his way back top. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the big questions is like, do you fully commit to completing the TP and staying down there, or do you try and secure that other tier 2 tower? That's an interesting decision by VP, but they're just making sure they're not giving up anything for it.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen this Orchid be used, right? Like it hasn't amounted into like a solo support kill like you'd expect, which is probably like one of the big values you'd want of this hero. And that's largely because they've just been 5-manning, which is also why, despite it being 10-2 and feeling like VP are running this game, it's still only a 1k gold lead. In fact, the XP is actually much higher though, almost like 6,000. So they're not getting all the farm in the world, but they are definitely winning most of the fights.
And this bounty rune difference also explains some of that. Almost 2,000 gold from bounty runes for OG. But they're going to try and take down Roche now.
Yeah, they have a ward down here. I mean, I'm not sure if they've seen Seb. I mean, it doesn't matter. He steps in now, so they're just going to opt for the trade.
Okay. So they'll claim this one, and I mean, there's not that much pressure on the bottom tier 2, it looks like.
No, Mid One just kind of wasn't sure, I guess, on the movement. Didn't have a death pack going, so they're not even going to have to give up that bottom tower. As again, we're still about a minute away from 20 minutes, so there could be something here. They want to see if they can get a quick kill down bottom before the 5-man. This is a classic post-Roche play, right? You split up a little bit because you feel like you're ahead. So now OG are trying to punish that.
Okay, Orchid comes in. They miss on the roll, though. Save, throws out that LSA, going to connect. Still living, though. GPK looks like he's going to be fine, and now finding Mid One. And they get the angle on him. They're going to hit it with the stun.
Well, Seb doesn't want any of this.
Okay, save, trying to back away. Saksa will secure that kill, but it's going to come at a cost as they bring down 2.
That's pretty good for Saksa, I would say. I'm glad Seb didn't go back, and I don't think I would have really benefited him. There's no like big black hole play. He'd already used the Midnight Pulse as well. So take your trade there at Saksa. You got a streak off of the Lina. Plus, you're not going to be able to do anything in that death timer anyway. They can't really punish his absence.
Right. No, definitely. I mean, then now if you're VP, the question is like, what do you do with this next round of Aegis? They're kind of setting up to push down bottom a little bit here with the Aegis on to Sven. He has the Abyssal Blade speed up next, so keeping an answer available for that BKB black hole that we know is coming. And I think
it's the budget version of the Aghanims, right?
Yeah,
you know, it's like, I can't use it as much, it's not nearly as cool, but hey, at least it does something versus this Enigma.
And illias just got that ward scouted by Mid One.
Mid One's highest contribution.
Okay. I'll see if things change now. Topson, it's got the Earth Spirit machine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And possibly a group up here coming soon.
GBK is so close to this Aghanims. It'd be nice to have the chaos sewn into these fights.
Yeah, that would make a big difference.
All right, guys, you ready for the strat to come together? Where are you, Topson? Where are you, Saksa? Let's go.
So tell the people what makes this so dangerous.
All right, so this is why they first picked. Morphling and Earth Spirit every single game they can. If you give this to them, it is coming out from OG. It is very similar to Morphling and Earthshaker. It's just a crazy Morphling who's just jumping around the fights constantly. He's better Earth Spirit. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Earth Spirit is held back by his stones, and Morphling just is always going to have the 7 when he morphs into it like this.
There we go. Silence connects onto both right at the start. So much damage. Where's your BKB? Topson, even if it's half the damage, there's a lot of damage on the no-tail, but with the 1 kill, and now the torch on the boat afterwards connects onto both. The chase down coming mid one. He's in trouble. Can they kill him off in time? Now trying to control Topson. They pull him back in with the LSA afterwards, and that was not the fight that OG wanted. Virtus Pro punishing.
Guys, those aren't Aeon discs, by the way. That's just Illias getting levels.
Oh,
That's like the 3rd time it's happened to me this game.
that is crazy, crazy. No tail is gonna drop at the end.
And the
Really
GG tree is
impressive.
planted by No Tail there, you know. It's like, uh-oh. That wasn't too good, guys. That was our big fight. And yeah, they didn't quite get it. The initiation was very good. They blew up the Aegis with very low cost. And then Topson rolled back. It felt like Topson was like, okay, we got Aegis, get out. And everyone else was like, hey, this looks really good, guys. Maybe not on the same page there or something. And I feel like that kind of broke things up pretty heavily, because when you're down and you're fighting into Aegis, it has to be a very clean fight, which is something that OG are generally very good at.
Right.
But that looked a little fragmented.
Well, and I think that what you talked about there of GPK getting off that torrent storm, like imagine if that fight happens as they're like around this area before he was able to pick it up.
Yeah.
That completely changes the dynamic, because the 2-person torrent into the 2-person boat, and like then they were just dead. And
it's actually one of the worst spots on the map for Earth Spirit Morphling to fight as well. Because there's no benefit to the terrain roll really in this giant square, right? Like no one's really getting caught in those little pockets in the river. You think about that other area like back by the secret shop and like cliffs and everything, you can do way more shenanigans.
Well, OG ready to go again. This is the one benefit, as you said, is that you don't have to worry about the number of stones for Topson. So they have the ability to take another fight.
You know, before they patched it, every time you switch back and forth, it gave you full.
Right into him. Good silence. Oh, LSA catches mid-roll. Okay, good play on to Topson. They bring down GPK time though. He's still silent. He's getting switched back around. Nothing used from Kunkka in that fight. So they
lost
traded
Saksa, though.
1 for 1. And now can they find any more afterwards? Topson's still looking for the chase down. He's got to be a little bit careful. Stun. Dodged by Topson. Another LSA comes out, but they got to be wary. I mean, it's scary going up
Got
this
the basher.
hill. Does have that basher. Good point. And the follow-up route is there, and now they got him under control. Armor going away, beat down. There's going to be the BKB black hole to make some space for Topson to escape, but Epileptic Kid just lives through it all. Doesn't care, and they will destroy him. Yeah, Topson was leaving.
But he did not.
Oh, Seb, the spear barely catches him. Seb gonna be caught. Seb gonna be killed. Virtus Pro came to play in this game at number 1, and mid one is just tickling him. Doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, Imclaw can't make up for the deficit that he's at right now as a Clinks, that is for sure. Still not going to be quite enough damage to solo a Sven.
Jeez. And you take a look, yeah, that net worth just dropping off the chart there for him relative to
So
where
if I'm reading that right here, guys, that means Topson's officially below average.
I think that's what that means.
It's quite the flame, SAP, I don't know. But yes, obviously his game is no longer going according to Topson's plan. Okay, there. That's the positive stats there. They're trying to balance themselves out, I see. They don't want the flame tweets, you know?
Yeah, definitely not. There you go.
Yeah, and also keeping a streak alive here for Epileptic Kid if he can keep this wins to 3 on the Sven with 1 more here. And I gotta say, it's definitely looking that way, especially ever since this Aghanim's got picked up for the Morphling and OG finally decided to take their chances. They should not buy any lottery tickets today.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that it felt like it was a nice timing for them, but they were, I guess, so far behind previously that it kind of didn't end up mattering that much. Like, they were already in such a position where they couldn't fight. And, like, that last fight there, you know, that relatively speaking should have gone good for OG. Like, GPK didn't get anything. He didn't even throw a boat.
Yeah, it was again another well-positioned fight for
Dire's
VP though.
top tower
Like when you
is
saw
under
how OG had to engage after the kill in the GPK, it's just everything is nicer for the heroes on Virtus Pro, right? You're holding the high ground. You're able to control your spacing a lot better because the Earth Spirit died first. So there's only one of these guys rolling around to worry about as a support player, and it makes it a
Radiant's
lot
bottom
easier to
tower
play
is under
for
attack.
illias and save.
Meanwhile, mid one taking the tier 3 tower bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
PPK shows up to stop the pressure, but that was a lot of damage to that tower. And now Illias going to get caught here in the river with trying to take away that DD, and instead is going to be killed off. So OG able to outmaneuver Virtus Pro a little bit there and
Radiant
force a
are
pick off.
scanning.
Yeah, that was some Matador stuff right there, right? Waving the red cape down bottom on that tower. Oh, over here, please. Quick snipe onto your Crystal Maiden. But credit to Virtus Pro. That feels like what should have been happening a lot more this game, right? Like that's kind of what OG have been trying to bait them into. And it's taken this long before we've really seen one of those moments. Roche timer coming up in 5 seconds. The pretty big determining factor here. The Black Hole's back in 4. The Blink Dagger is nearly done for 7. If there's anything we've learned watching Pro Dota, guys, this is still an end-all be-all item. And remember, they still only have 1 cancel. And Sven tends to be a pretty big focus point in the fights. I highly doubt he's going to Black Hole without at least seeing the Sven and knowing the status of the Abyssal.
It's true, and like there isn't that hero to sort of find the Enigma in the backline to break the blink.
They've drawn a line
necessarily.
straight at him right now.
This is a little bit scary.
But he's got his
Gotta be
blink.
Careful.
Escape here. Oh, the timing.
Oh, the board. Oh my God, they got him with the ult. Wait, okay, he chased down. There's a moment there where it was like you missed all the trees.
I think he was just not in the position. He just wanted to ensure that he didn't get like a... Oh, I guess he didn't have raindrops left anyway, so he wasn't going to be able to blink.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Outpost traded off yet again with what, 2.5 minutes left until the 30-minute mark, and yeah, OG are going to come to try and secure this one because they have a feeling that hey, VP are going to take ours away.
That is good news for the OG fans out there, though, with that late Roche, because Seb will be back. They'll have the Black Hole. Everything will be up, and this is likely going to be the big one that they aim to fight for. So mid one needs to try and create that moment for his team. He is no TP for 55 though, so that means it's going to be actually Topson who's responsible for pushing this bottom lane out. Mid one got to hang out a little bit closer to the Roche pit right now. They're actually TPing Seb down bottom under vision of this Obs ward still left here from Virtus Pro. This is going to give a big hint as to their current plan. These wards, spouting couriers and everything is just amazing. Yeah, so they know they're baiting Topson here, but they actually know that they're too far away because of the ward. Oh, it's so good.
Damn, dude. They came just out a little bit beforehand.
Wards win games.
That's so good. And now, as you said, Roche is back up again, but they're going to still pressure down bottom. Like, there's still heroes here that are going to make it work. And because the tower's been hit so far, they're actually going to lose a tier 3 off of this probably.
I gotta give credit to Topson. Man, he was playing so like, oh yeah, don't worry, they're definitely right behind me. And
oh my God, okay. This is crazy. Okay, Torrent Storm and the boat and BKB used.
Killing the frames here.
And there's the Abyssal Blade used to chase down. Seb's still nearby with BKB, Black Hole, and Blink. And he's just gonna drop it on the uplifting hit. There's a lot of damage. He still has the turnaround if he wants it. Seb might just end up dying. They don't have enough damage.
Yeah, he didn't have enough pulse.
Crazy. Oh, can they kill him in time? They will be able to though. And now GPK also gonna go down. So OG have been able to finagle this win here. I mean, yeah, they lost 3, but they're gonna also end up losing the Sten and maybe the Kunkka. No, not quite. They can't get him. Damn. What a weird game.
They kept them away from Roche. They need to rush that thing down, though. All right, 30-minute top DD rune spawn, go. Ice Frog rigged the last 2 TIs. This will prove it.
Barely.
Not quite. The drawing wasn't quite accurate enough, apparently. Sorry.
Illusion.
It was really close to having the outpost taken by Topson as well.
Radiant's
He's 1
top
second
tower
away.
is under attack.
Oh, yeah. Did they end with none? Oh, it was just deny. Yeah, I see. Quiver for this Lina. That's a great item, actually. Who's taking that?
Sure.
Looks like Myers wants it.
Okay. Well, that 30-minute mark comes around. Both teams get the XP. They're going to claim this outpost. And as we've sometimes seen, maybe go into Roche afterwards. They do see Seb down bottom, and they know there's no black hole. So
this is the timing. No Tail, I'm sure, will be looking for a play.
Oh my god, they're going to go for a fight first instead. Huh.
This doesn't work as much of a bait, though, for exactly that reason. The flare comes through, so...
Right.
Now, mind you, do they have scan? They do have scan.
Oh.
We'll see if OG have their spidey senses tingling.
It was Radiant Scan right next to mid one. They didn't quite catch him there. And they do spot...
Saksa!
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a way to break the smoke. And he will die. Does that buyback?
That's actually probably the best situation. What?
It's like, what are you guys doing there? What's going on?
I mean, out of your heroes, that's the one you'd want. I guess No Tail had buyback too, so either support was kind of fine. That's going to give No Tail the space, seeing that depth, to take that outpost back. They do need to get some D wards up here, though. That is for sure.
See, this is what's weird, though, right? Is that they take that fight, and where it was like, Black Hole was down, and now Black Hole's back up, and they're running into Roche. This is potentially scary. Seb's coming
Another
over
ward, though.
Yeah, they spot him. They know that he's there. Hook shot comes in, gonna land on one. Oh, he gets the right at the start step. He gets walked down. Oh, great play. They finished him off with the newly minted Aghanims, and now they're gonna pull back in Topson. What a freaking reaction from BT.
Wards.
That was sick. That was a pre-cast Abyssal Blade, wasn't it? Oh, and
But he just saw him.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Yep. Brutal.
Dire's
Absolutely
top tower is under attack.
What a great freaking play from BT. And now
They're actually just getting out-handled by Vision, like, completely. The wards are
Dire's
really good
middle
this
tower
game.
is under attack.
And it is crushing them.
so many great reactions, and as you said, set up by the work of the support. There's the support dying down bottom. You know what? We're gonna give Illias a break for the moment. Yeah, he's super dead. And this is gonna be some pressure onto the tower, although it looks like they're gonna take some tier 3s of their own. As up top, Virtus Pro trying to kill off this tier 3 tower, as Glyph has already been used. 20 seconds. Still clink some more for backup. No buybacks available. Oh, but they do have a repair kit. What a butthead. This is the worst.
Great item, that one. There is an arena still here, but there we go, Seb. Hey. A little bit there.
Oh my god, they catch him again! They're gonna blow up Saksa. That was the second spear mid-roll. Torrent connects onto 2. They buy back on a clockwork right away. Another Torrent comes out there. Unreal. Virtus Pro just able to force out that buyback, and they're sticking around.
This idea of them being very like disciplined and patient certainly showing through, right? Everything from that smoke, from the Roche pit to looking for kills, and now a very subdued push on the high ground. They see the repair kit, they're just like, whatever, I can play more of this game.
Topson throws out that E-Blade, nothing really doing with it. Now down bottom, there is some pressure going on while this is happening. You got to be a little bit wary of if you're Virtus Pro, and actually you can see mid one coming down here.
Yeah,
A little bit of rat action. And if they can force a fight while this is going on, Epileptic Kid, he's going to be XTP'd back. There's been a bunch of these ones, and now they're going to finally bring back DM.
Well, remember, he has a BKB, so I guess there's a Basher, so there's still a risk on DM. That's why DM's going for the Abyssal.
Okay.
Radiant
He sees the future of what mid one's going to try and do this game. Between a Deso and an Orb of Destruction, it is a very good ratting game. Was that his scan? Oh, that was a Radiant scan. Okay. All right, mid one wants it again though. Before the back door's back. Go, 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 go.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
And is it going to be enough?
Oh, he's through, baby.
Wait, let's go.
Orb's too good.
It's my bit, my bit. And he takes it down.
Has fallen.
Oh man, freaking
Dire's
mid one.
bottom tower.
All right, that's crazy. That's just Orb and a Deso though, on a hero that is pretty poor, thanks to and then you just have Death Pact. Like he's the poorest core in this game, and he can go through back door.
That's so silly. Like Lena's almost ahead of him.
Yeah.
And maybe this is why they didn't want to talk about it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Got more attack range now too, but
Look at Seb down here, midnight pulsing
Radiant's
this
top
wave.
tower is under attack.
All right, VP, how
Dire's
determined
middle
are you in
tower
this
is under
mid lane?
attack.
All right,
Radiant's
what's our
top tower
buyback
is
as
fallen.
well? That's a great question for our supports over here. Who can throw their body in? Not no
at the start. Oh, there's a lot of damage though with the turnaround. The Torrent Storm is going to connect. Absolute destruction. They lose the Aegis, but the Abyssal Blade comes out. Green Lincoln Spear, and Seb just has to hobble away as the boat is going to land afterwards onto 2. As they chase through, almost got enough to kill off mid one there, but not quite in time. And Saksa again just rolls in, hits on a GPK, and he's done. Looking for more right now. Virtus Pro didn't quite manage to get that timing back, but the stun is going to be there. The torrent connects, and Topson 2 is likely to fall.
I think they're coming out to see.
Damn, dude. Big plays coming from Virtus Pro. They force out another buyback, and with that, VP is going to back
Radiant's
for a
top
moment,
tower is
regen
under
up with the
attack.
X plays, and they're going to be good to go again for round 2. Well, they're trying. Hey, it doesn't have BKB. Doesn't have Aegis. Well, stun. Okay, they just
Dire's
demolished
middle
mid
tower
one.
has fallen.
And Sven is able to live through it. And with the Paladin Sword and Mask of Madness, he's going to heal back up.
He's
X
done.
comes out afterwards.
Oh yeah, X. What an
Silly
ability.
ability.
I cannot fault a single item purchase on the side of VP. I think the itemization was immaculate this game. That second Abyssal Blade, that's just your classic, like, knowing
Dire's
exactly
middle
what you need
barracks
to
are
win the
under
game.
attack.
And that's the answer, right? You're taking away these, like, sure, they're long shot win conditions, no doubt, with like these black holes and everything, but you're still removing those. You're just looking for every single out that's left for OG and denying.
Dire's middle barracks
Playing
are under
patient,
attack.
never overextending. And there's a disarm there. It's annoying for Epileptics to deal with this, but they're going to beat down this building with the AC done on Sven. It drops it down that much more quickly. And that is 2 sets of racks down. But keep it in mind, down bottom, there's a big old creep wave there, and they're going to lose a set of racks themselves on Virtus Pro. Stun comes out. Going to land now onto the Sven. Off the BKB, turns to fight. Beats the crap out of Seb. No tails done as well. And with the BKBs out as well, they're trying to bring down Epileptic Kitties really low, but he's not going to get it. The torch comes out to save his life yet again. And with the life steal, it's going to be enough. Topson now left alone. He also is going to be chased down. Oh wait, he dies to the magnetize.
And Topson's out.
So much damage now from Topson. Look at the damage coming from the magnetize. Can they quite kill the rest of them off mid one, trying to find the finish there onto DM.
Radiant's
The DM will
middle
turn and
tower
DM
is
will
under
get
attack.
away. And somehow they managed to stop the pressure. Well, it's Tier 4's being assaulted in their base.
Yeah, he casually took 1182 damage from Morphling's Midnight Pulse, because they're double Midnight Pulsing him.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a really nice play, right? It stacks, obviously, because of the Enigma Aghanims, as it's built into the black hole, and that's why you can do the double. And so when you have a Morphling, you can also get, like, theoretically a third Midnight Pulse going if you had one on the Enigma, too.
Right.
Crafty stuff. Now, that's a comeback mechanic right there.
That is very, very interesting. Yeah, double Midnight Pulse is just, like, absolutely terrifying. Particularly against, like, all these big, tanky strength heroes. Like, 3 of them at just about 3,000 plus HP. And still a 30,000 gold lead. I mean, they've only gotten 10 kills in this game, OG. As Virtus Pro definitely the ones that are sort of setting the pace and leading the squad. But you said you
This'll come in
can't
handy.
leave out the possibilities of these BKB black
Mid one
holes.
has to be
Dire's
careful here. He
bottom
has the
tower is
gem,
under
so
attack.
they're gonna jump on that DM illusion in case. But they're finally trying to get some control back vision-wise. They're still holding the gem. They didn't lose it. Illias' gem remains on DM. But now that there is a gem out onto mid one, you might be able to see a little bit better defense coming out from OG. I think the most impressive thing to me from Virtus Pro has just been the way that they've had this like multi-pronged approach to this game. Like they've had several objectives that had to be met, and they've just kind of slayed every single one. Like first they crush mid one, then they actually play aggressive and get inside that jungle and sort of push Seb out of there. So then he's farming side, and they took the towers really early on too, so it limited the space of this morphling, because it is greedy when it's a morphling mid, right?
Bounty.
And the more of the map you close out, it just gets harder and harder to run this strategy. And they didn't buckle under the morphling Earth Spirit. They know that's the combo. They had their Aegis ready in time, and they forced the fight with the Aegis, which was very important, I think.
And like so many other teams would just have sort of allowed OG also to, if let's say that those fights weren't won, like OG would be split pushing, then you'd be giving up objectives here and there. VP, I'm so used to saying it the other way. They are still in a situation where, you know, they've got to take care of those lanes constantly. They've been doing it with X's on occasion back to deal with Laves, and occasionally just sending full heroes back. But regardless, right now with this 30k gold lead, 40-minute mark coming around, we do have that next set of neutrals as well, which I think I saw a leveler completed. Timeless Relic was done for the Kunkka, but leveler done and on Clinks, that's a little bit scary. Mid one, if he gets free reign onto these buildings, things could turn around rather rapidly. But you can see VP, they're stopping that madness by just pushing through this bottom lane.
All right, so there's no buyback on OG, but there's also no buyback on Spet.
Okay.
So worst case scenario could be kind of bad. Like, let's say they get a double black hole on DM and Epileptic because they're standing next to each other, which they probably never should be. That could be
Also, Lincoln, they only needed one. They got him caught. They tried to jump in. Look, he's out the window. One point to the other to break it. And look at the damage coming out from Epileptic. Saksa's gonna die. Four are dead in less than 3 seconds. And now the last one afterwards, mid one trying to escape, but he won't be able to. And run it down mid. GG is called. Virtus Pro taking game number 1.
Did you see how
Dire's
close
middle
that
tower
was?
is under
Yes.
attack.
If they had a caught DM in there, that actually could have been quite bad.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Okay. It's like they both realized at the same time, oh my god, don't stand next to me. Like, we did not be in black hole range. And they both like panic spread, and then suddenly Epileptic Kid's in a black hole. So, again, taking away potential conditions for OG.
OG's turn to ban. Turn. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pro's turn to pick. OG's turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pro's turn to pick. OG's turn to pick.
Axe.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Venomancer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. OG's turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Choose your hero.
Astronomical price.
Costly.
That wasn't too bright.
The next label plate.
Prepare for battle.
Your name offends me.
Oh, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Panel, get out of here. Stop talking. You guys were already hiding at the beginning. Trent, we are here. Game number 2, and our panel lost their damn minds because they're saying Venomancer's going to win a game. I can't believe it.
They lost their chairs too, I think. They kind of vanished there. Slinked away at the end. Is that a lack of confidence here?
30 seconds.
Maybe it's because they realized they went for Venomancer. That might have been it.
Yeah, I just can't believe it. I can't believe that Venomancer's going to win a game right now. It is nice against the Axe, at least.
Yeah, it's an interesting hero. It is very annoying for the Axe. I would think that that's probably the lane matchup that they're hoping for here, and currently that is set to go forward. And OG, they're bringing it back. As we discussed in game 1, if it is there, they will be taking Earth Spirit and Morphling. It's going to take more than 1 loss to stop it. I don't even know if 2 losses will do it. I guess we'll possibly find out after this one as Mid-1 dances his way onto that bounty rune. They got it.
Win the little chase down. Look at this. DM in some trouble. Can they get
denied?
No. Mid-1's the one that gets the final touch. So nice little start there for the Chaos Knight. We've seen this hero kind of make a bit of a comeback, as Lacoste was alluding to a bit in the offlane, but in the South American region, they've been kind of playing Chaos Knight in the core position 1 as well a little bit. What do you think of it?
Is it with the Ags when they run it 1?
No. It's been
I think
armlet stuff.
this is almost certainly going to be an Ags game. I would guess, based on how OG play, that it's all about like essentially enabling Topson. And I would guess that their goal is double Morphling.
Seems reasonable. I think that it sounds pretty terrifying if they're able to get it. As already it's just going to be save as Epileptic Kid made the run up top to try and avoid that matchup you're talking about. Oh, that's an eye there. The immediate tip, okay. And then they're going to throw out a stun to be a bit of a butthead. I love it. It's amazing. Already the mental games are beginning in this one.
Yeah, the goals of Seb are fairly similar to last game, but more so just like always being glued to the lanes, right? Just ensuring that maybe that same sort of level of speed doesn't come out from Virtus Pro. Okay. They were pretty quick off the jump last game. It was very impressive, and they had the defensive options, but Veno offers a lot of defensive options for himself. Topson, wow, I actually would not have guessed that he's had that many matches in the mid. Or sorry, outside of the mid on Morphling. That must be from a while ago.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting because we've definitely been seeing it more in terms of just straight up mid constantly making things happen. You know, it's interesting. I think that there's also going to be a bit of a mentality thing going on here. Like, we've talked a lot about how hungry VP Virtus Pro is in this, like, for a win. They got second, they got third, they got second at each of the recent tournaments. You know, they got knocked out by Secret, and then Secret again.
Oh, wow. So, imagine losing to Team Secret. Jeez.
I know, but like they were able to knock them out earlier, and now they've won their first game in a grand finals in a really long time. I want to see if they can keep up the momentum from last game, and already it appears that they're doing a pretty good job of it. It would be really cool to see Virtus Pro be able to come away with this one, as they don't quite connect there with the stun. GPK still trying to put the pressure on the Topson here.
You've been burned.
Oh, I've had some clarification from JJ. That was overall this patch. That makes a lot more sense. 71% of all Morphlings are safely morphed.
That makes a lot more sense.
Aha, the glowing is for where Topson is. Topson's preferred lane is mid. Aha, thank you.
He's just built a little different, you know. Illias, he's gonna go down there. They get a good chunk of damage out, and that was just the easy little rundown.
Yeah, the first blood was important enough with the Gale because you're leveling Gale, but then to get another kill with 2 points in Gale, it's like kind of risky, right? To like not be investing in the rewards. You have to make sure you're getting kills. But that's the whole point of having the Earth Spirit. Like, that's why Venomancer is actually such an interesting hero. I know he's like kind of used a little bit lame, but I think at least he has varying skill builds. Don't die right now, man. Come on.
Oh,
there. See, Gale good.
Oh my God, he's sticking around.
He has to.
Crazy. Oh.
That was sick.
Oh my God, barely walking away. He got his boots delivered as well, and now Illias gonna get chased down. Does manage to live through it. Now the
Seb, though!
Epileptic Kid trying to get it. Seb's backing away. Another Gale. He runs in, but not quite able to connect with it. Rolling boulder forward, trying to catch Illias. It's just the battle of the no-lifers up here. Oh. Everybody's almost dead.
Can you imagine if he died while he was tipping? That was
going in again. What are you doing, Seb? You're crazy. Nice play by Epileptic Kid.
He's got no regen. I wanted to die. Got a couple kills. Maybe that's why he was taunting so much. You know.
Well, rotation coming in mid. Trying to find GPK, a little bit off the mark with the right clicks. The fairy fire, though, that extra armor and regen from the tower. Is it enough to keep him alive? Finds him in the trees.
Held your feet to the fire.
All right, the cloud shoes are on right now for OG a little bit as they give 2 back pretty quickly.
Damn.
And GPK versus Courier Rat. It's on its way. All right, so he's not too bad of a spot. The bottle's on its way out.
Like, see it?
Topson can really pressure here, though. He's a regen rune, so not a lot of concerns for him in this current moment as he shotguns his way back to the high ground. But down bottom, as you're seeing, mid one, still duking it out here with DM. And Enigma's actually going to head out. He just straight up TP's top to catch the range creep and is going to start helping out that lane.
So I guess just trying to get a little bit of farm on. We talked about how good No-Tail can be in this game. I mean, the last pick, Rubik, does kind of hurt, though. We'll have to keep that in mind. Save should have a pretty good time, as they're going to get 3 bounty runes on Virtus Pro. Want to get there a little bit early.
Ah, but they won't.
They give it up. Okay.
Saksa got the roll in, yeah.
Played.
He was probably trying to hold it for GPK.
That makes sense. Nonetheless, as far as the early laning goes, the main thing is mid one is having a much better game than he did last time around. Double bracers already for this CK, along with wand and some boots.
Yeah, he's quite farmed at the moment.
Mid one.
Man, DM is just not getting the spins. That was 4 units attacking him and he got 2 spins for a pretty sustained duration.
But I think they might just get him down bottom, although they're also going on Epileptic Kid up top. Can they find his kill on to this spend here? The roll-in comes through, trying to maybe find a denier. They could just see if they can find a kill. Right click? Oh, well played by Illias.
Well, and his
away from him.
infinite wisdom, 50 followed the correct fight as they didn't get the finish down bottom, and now Saksa
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, got the kill on the save. Almost right there.
Okay, so they managed to kill 2 heroes, but one of them was denied. So that sets us up. Again, a little bit just crazy laning stage early on. Bottom, mid one, tries to get him. Gonna pop the ulti. DM, that just creates more illusions for spins. And now Epileptic Kid shows up the stun. It's gonna be there in a mid one. One more touch. Gets the finish.
You call yourself a knight?
Now that's a rotation. Gets out of a pretty annoying lane, comes down, gets a pick onto the most farm hero in the game, and he's gonna actually eclipse him now because of that.
Really nice. He's gonna be able to get that with the catapult taken down. Are there any stacks really being built up right now? The jungle or anything? It does look like they got ancients.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one. Can he get him again? He did. Oh, get the northern pull. Man, that timing's tough for Illias.
Yeah. Very frustrating.
Okay. Very much needed. They could also really use a Laguna kill, because this is the whole point, at least one of the best parts about having the Lina in this matchup, right? They have the obs over the small camp. He sees what Topson's doing. He'll probably TP mid and smoke with save, perhaps. They don't actually have one. Save is bringing it on the courier right now. But that's your usual play, and Toss is just trying to serve it up. He says, you think I care? I'm coming for your farm, man. I got a DD. I'm taking your neutrals.
This is the way to do it. Jason, Laguna comes out trying to get the mid one kill.
Dire's middle
quite
tower
connect.
is under attack.
Yeah, and as you said, missing that one really hurts for GPK. You'd love to be able to make some other type of play here.
I like that he went bottom, because the obvious play is going for the morph lane, because it's just like the way that you view this, but missing out on the CK because it's obviously much tankier. Like, there's a reason why it works so well in the morph lane, so took a bit of a risk in that situation.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I mean, so this is one of the things when I was thinking about this draft. Like, I don't like the Veno pick, but I've really felt like Lina mid can, if you're like not just snowballing, feels kind of bad. I don't know. We'll have to see if she can find some more kills moving around the map.
Yeah, if she doesn't pop off, this quickly becomes an all-in on Sven draft, right? Because you have an Axe who basically just creates good fights for the Sven, but doesn't necessarily provide a whole lot of damage. And then you just have double support enablers, so it'll be, I mean, mind you, the guy's 3-0 on Sven. He looked really good last game. I'm willing to put my eggs in that basket.
They're already kind of given him the treatment, sending Saksa constantly, and Seb is here as well. Has the 2-2-2 build, Illias nearby. Roll is going to connect. They pull him back in. They're going to pop the ulti. DM trying to look for some spins. Not able to get that much. Another deny possible to come out there. They don't quite get it. Mid one was able to finish him off. Now Epileptic Kid trying to chase down Step with a good roll in from Saksa. It's going to cost him his life. Maybe to get raped. They're just barely able to get there. LSA comes out afterwards trying to take down Step, but they pull him in and away. And the TP out of there.
He
lived?
What? That is insane.
I thought that was gonna be enough damage for sure. I mean, look at Illias just getting.
Oh my god, triple kill for mid one. What a fight.
Man, that armor reduction is still not enough to take down that spend.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That was a lot of damage from mid one, about 2,600.
Yeah.
He is feeling it. He's looking at the golden glove. Wants to Midas his way to victory. Feeling a little poor after that first game.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, obviously Sven's amazing against CK if he can get up there, but I might be a little bit concerned.
I think he might be more than double his net worth of last game at this point. I'm fairly certain that seems pretty likely with how rough that game was and how harassed he was from the side of Virtus Pro.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, getting a free time for himself, and now he's going to be able to secure a tier 1 tower as well. Mid one's definitely having a better game. But likewise, it feels like there's a lot of heroes that can, I don't know, fight on this lineup from Virtus Pro. You're getting towards the Blink Dagger on Axe. There's still these Ancients that need to be cleared out as well over on the Radiant side.
Axe has Vanguard too, so I mean, that could be for DM to get Blink theoretically, but Epileptic Kid's made it over, and he's like, yeah, you know how this goes. I'm a spend, man.
Is under attack.
Give me the
He actually just recut the trees. That's
Radiant's
nice.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant
He's going to do it himself while his team takes the tower. So, No Tail is looking for the Midnight Pulse walkout play here, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Well, he does have that block as well, though.
Oh my god.
Moves in, saving on top of him. Saksa, they're all trying to run in. Gotta be careful. And they will kill off that early. Now looking for the black hole. It catches onto 2 of them. And that's gonna be enough. They take down the Lina and kill save afterwards.
That was
what
amazing.
a great freaking play.
No Tail. He's like he's playing Beastmaster or something. He's just hiding in there, lurking, waiting.
Damn,
Cuts
dude.
the trees and makes the escape as mid one hops his way forward looking for more.
I mean, at the very least, Sven was able to clear out those Ancients, so that was nice for Virtus Pro, but losing those heroes is tough. And now, a 3,000 gold lead for OG DM. Now, they're moving in for him. 2 seconds stun, and now the beatdown's coming. DM goes for that taunt. The steal, though. Gonna get strength 4 for the moment. He's brought down. DM will die. They'll take down mid one in turn, though, so that's a nice little streak.
And channel No Tail.
The chase down will be there. No Tail, LSA connects. And they overextend it on OG.
Save got the morph too, the attribute shift.
Okay.
Nice and beefy now. That's really nice versus Earth Spirit Venomancer, and even, I mean, I guess Enigma, it's not that great, but definitely Earth Spirit Venomancer. There's so much magic damage he's now saving himself from with that.
And still, you know, he's got 1 armor or whatever. Ish, right around there.
Yeah, I'm ditching all that Agi if I'm safe, 100%. I fully agree with this decision. Okay, this is the way to go, man.
I like it.
I mean, if you die, like if you get hit by CK armor, it does not matter. You're gonna die anyway.
That's a good
At least
point.
this is gonna help all those lingering effects from Venom and Earth Spirit.
Yeah. They're still not giving up this tier 1 tower on OG. Trying to be as annoying as they possibly can. Still holding on to this 2,000 gold lead. This DM is gonna run into mid one here. Who's still holding on to his Midas. Gonna taunt in front of him. Oh my goodness.
What? Did he actually just delay him by taunting so that Topson could get in the range right now?
I think he did. That's insane.
Radiant's bottom
And they can't punish.
The axe has an actual taunt. He just made a skill.
Oh my god. Double kill for Topson now. Okay. That one hurts. And OG are now trying to just barrel forward, and they'll find GPK. Oh, this Lina Yule Scepter is there. Chase down, not quite in time. Stun to get away. They do have God Strength available if there's too much of overextension, and really good of Epileptic Kid to make sure that GPK could get out.
And they even dropped a sentry to block off the Ancients too. I want to limit this farm here for Epileptic Kid.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower
Virtus
is
Pro,
under attack.
they're going to try and make this play again with the Yule Scepter up.
They need this
Combo
kill right now
together.
for DM.
Oh, the silence.
Radiant's
Saksa, well
top tower
caught.
is falling.
And LSA is going to connect onto 2 as they try and back out. DM is going to be the one punished here. There is no way to keep him alive.
His game is so hard ever since they lost that first fight pushing top. Like, if he wasn't going to be given those ancient stacks, and going Vanguard first is just
Dire
really
are
hard this
scanning.
game if they're going to try and make plays.
Yeah.
Because that's a long road to blink after. And these fights being pushed in right now from OG, he just can't really engage in them.
See if Topson is overextending, hanging out down this area, but it doesn't look like it. The vision is pretty aggressive here, coming out from OG. Illias is hiding off in the trees there. Topson still sitting with the invis rune, but reveals himself, and we'll see if he can get punished or not. Save, walks right past the observer ward. Get the Yule Scepter lift up. He's got so much HP though. This is really hard. Meanwhile, back towards mid. Mid one's still there with DM and Epileptic Kid. And they'll ensure at least one bounty rune here on Virtus Pro. But this lead is just growing for OG.
Not again. All right, Save is going to defend his territory here with these wards at the very least. Sev wants to also get in on it.
Okay.
Oh man, Venomans are so annoying to play against.
Now, how close are we to a no-tail blink? He's around 900 or so gold away. Epileptic Kid trying to get set up here onto Topson. This is just a really hard kill the guy. I think he just wants to try and farm the wave and then back out afterwards. It feels like there just aren't that many moves that are capable of being made. Maybe if they can catch up to the trees here though, with the rest of the team moving in. Okay, E-Blade. Oh, they're trying to bait it. They're seeing if they can punish this. Topson getting to so fast. And there's the LSA trying to find the beat down the taunt afterwards. Can they kill the pesky morph? They will. Virtus Pro connect and finish him off.
It's a good thing they had all that there, or that was going to be a difficult grab, that's for sure.
Radiant
So,
are scanning.
very much necessary here. They're going to push in forward, try and get some D-wards off. That sentry just misses. Will at least drop another, probably. All right, good stuff. So he gets that down, but mid one doesn't want to let this go for free.
No, he is
Long outpost TP, though.
coming on home.
They're even forcing him forward. Jeez, I didn't know this item still existed.
Dire's top tower is
Oh,
under
they've seen
attack.
another ward placed down here. Unfortunate for Virtus Pro.
Force Staff is not only a very good item versus the Sven, but it's really good when you have Veno on the team because it can, like, it's already so hard to get on top of someone, right? And that's why the first jump's always so important, because once someone creates that space separation, the Plague Wards, the Gales, everything just slows you down and stops you from getting back on top of them again. So if you have the Force Staff, even if they have a perfect initiation, you just force your Bud. And then he's going to help to, like, force them through that bog that the Veno's creating every time.
Right. Well,
And, you know, you can force people in the black hole. Big plays. Let's go.
there you go. That's the big play. They do just have that Blink Dagger done now, but they do not have No Tail with the rest of the team. They're coming to invade this jungle. They run into Epileptic. DM is nearby, and they're actually just going to let him die. No way to save him in time, as DM bounces out of there as well. He is still around 300, 400 gold away from his Blink Dagger, and he's not really got any space to farm.
That's a first phase Sven. Do you know how much physical damage he took right there?
How much?
132.
Yeah.
Warcry not going to save you, right? Like, it's just so much magic coming out.
That does mean, though, that when this BKB is completed for the Sven, it's going to be super valuable. But he's still a ways away from it. And OG trying to take down Roche here. In this game number 2, they are off to a hell of a hot start. 18 minutes in, 8,000 gold, and the Aegis.
I mean, Topson was looking at, like, Dragonlance into, like, half an Aghanims last game. Now he already has the E-Blade in the same situation. He is extremely farmed right now, too. And alongside mid one, obviously, too. And, yeah, very fast compared to the average.
But good play by DM up here. He's going to cut and kill some neutral camps for a little bit, and that gives him enough gold for the Blink Dagger. So that opens up an ability for Virtus Pro to fight at least. They've done a good job of sort of spreading the map out a little bit, while Save also has the Philosopher's Stone. He's getting towards the Blink. Like, it feels like there's still avenues that they have to fight in a little bit here if they can buy some more time for themselves.
No tail, yeah. I mean, he obviously has to catch save every time the black hole because he does not want to give that away, especially when you're playing a support.
Dire are scanning.
Which feels a lot worse too.
Scan. Connects. They find save.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
force
smoke
that
bottom, but they
forward.
want mid. Oh, that's good. That's double. Oh my God.
Okay. The chase and the runaway. No tails out of there, but they do kill off save on the other side.
Okay, so yeah, mid lane, they were both clubbed right here under the tower in between with mid one nearby, and it was a very fast duel from GPK. That was a beautiful save. I think he had just walked into the obs vision too.
And they do get that one taken away. There's still an observer ward over here on the other side, which I think illias is going to D-ward as well.
So
Yes, they're
No
going
Tail,
to take that one away.
yeah, No Tail smoke popped. And that's how he knew that, like the second the smoke
Radiant's
popped, like
bottom tower
within a
is
moment,
under attack.
he got
Radiant
Yuled
are
up. So
scanning.
quick fingers there from GPK, but better defensive vision as you pointed out, and they'll just eliminate that on both sides. I mean, Radiant defensive and Dire offensive.
Radiant
So
structures are fortified.
10K lead this time for OG.
Yeah, they're cooking real fast. And if you're Virtus Pro, they basically just need to do this. It feels like push out these lanes whenever possible. They're at least getting some XP from that other one. Bounty rune gold, they're slightly in the lead as well. I kind of got a question. What's that fight that they're going to take?
Radiant's bottom tower
Hopefully turn this
is
around.
under
I guess it has to be
Radiant's
around the
bottom
next road
tower
fight, but they catch themselves another, and that is the problem with Lena mid. You just get absolutely wiped.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right? You're kind of hoping that you're going to be ahead and you're going to be doing that to the Morphling, but that's obviously not what is happening in this.
OG.
Radiant's
Continuing to
bottom
put the
tower is
pressure
under
on.
attack.
Best of 5 into a best of 3. Am I right, every caster ever?
Pushes glasses up.
Classic line.
Dire's
Always
top
gets
tower
old.
is under attack.
Always gets old. I like that. The better one. I mean, they're trying to do it
Radiant's bottom
best
tower
they
is
can.
under attack.
And tier 3 tower going to fall here. OG still,
Radiant's
what is
bottom
this?
tower
2 minutes
is
left on the Aegis.
Radiant's bottom
And
barracks
they're
are
going to
under
go
attack.
forward. Glimmer Cape afterwards.
Dire's top
Lift.
tower
Needs to
is
back
under
away.
attack.
Pulls mid one in. Going to pop the ulti. And that is
Radiant's
going to be a
bottom
full set of racks. And Virtus Pro are just not
Radiant's
interested in
bottom
fighting
tower
right
is
now.
under
He smoked up at the back line. He wants to play here. Him and Saksa lurking.
Yeah, they're super ready. Yeah, I mean, but nobody's showing. Like they're just all back here farming
They
away.
actually both smoked. They're going through this ward.
Oh my god. Get away from there.
I'm gonna
DM.
find DM.
Oh, he wasn't looking. He was not looking. And he's in some trouble. Doesn't have a TP anymore.
Do it, no
He's thinking about it. No, he's just gonna scream in agony as his body departs this plane of existence. Poor DM.
Oh, we have a fun graphic. That's where
been all
he's
over.
died. And his heat map. As you can see, he's mostly farming on the enemy side because OG's on his side. This is not great news for DM. He was just like begging for scraps pretty much on the OG side of the map, trying to find that Blink Dagger gold. Man, his game got so ruined by those first couple fights.
Yeah.
Oh, save. Blink's in here, but can't catch Saksa.
They just want to blow somebody up with this Lena, and it's not happening for them.
All right, well, Reality Rift is -6 armor at the moment, and
Okay.
Save has it, so that is something to help out. They get the jump with that epileptic kid, right? It's a 10-second BKB. They're smoking. This is their moment. Topson has like 35 armor though.
20 seconds left now. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't catch anybody. It's 20 seconds left on this Aegis, but it looks like they aren't quite going to connect yet. Although they do have this ward here. Scouted No-Tail heading the other direction. So they might be able to find him, but again, he's running away. Just anticipating that movement and staying really far back as the Aegis expires.
Yeah, I mean, it was good timing on the move, right?
Yeah.
Well, OG just completely circled exactly where they're standing. I don't know. Do they have a ward that's not that great? Oh, the illusions. His illusions were farming this camp and saw the ward go overhead, I think. That's why they're scanning there, but they're just a little bit too late.
BKB done. I mean, I don't know what else OG need at this point besides another Aegis, but they're
How about
ready to
another
roll in.
Spirit?
Topson's going.
Look at that range.
Dude, that is so silly. Poor DM is gonna get caught. He's gonna get stunned. Tries to throw out the call, but he doesn't have anywhere left to go. super duper dead. Dual Scepters lift up, but the second Spear was coming in for you. BK, what you gonna do now? Trying to move in here, Epileptic Kid. They didn't chase down, they have enough damage. Ah, they quite. And there's gonna be the BKB
Radiant's top
used,
tower is under
and they
attack.
still lose 2 in that fight. God damn. OG just looking too strong in this game number 2.
That morph's cast range increase is so crazy with E-Blade. In combination with his
Radiant
Nether
are
Shawl,
scanning.
it's just nuts.
Radiant's
Like
top
when he's in
tower
Earth Spirit
is
form,
under
it's like
attack.
the entire screen.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
has fallen.
we're starting to. I think this is part of the reason why this combo has been so good for them. Topson just feels like he can do whatever he wants here. Save.
Also, he's really abusing runes a lot this game. Every time I see him, he's got one going. Which it all started very early from the 10 runes activated. Jeez, okay. Thank you. It's you know, that's a key aspect of Dota that sometimes gets ignored, especially with certain mid heroes, like how beneficial it is to keep control and vision over that area. Right. Grab it, go aggressive. Grab it, go aggressive. Over and over again.
I deserve this.
And speaking of keeping vision and control, that's gonna be 4 bounty runes for OG.
OG are they're just in complete control at this point, and they've like sort of similar to what you were talking about last game from Virtus Pro, where they were coming up with answers before the problems even existed. You got a similar thing with like Venomancer getting the Crimson Guard done, and you know then he's going for the Lincoln Sphere so that way they can put it onto Enigma when he BKB Black Holes. Like they're totally ready for this game and what's gonna come. Which means if you're a Virtus Pro, you got to catch him off guard. And maybe that Aghanim Scepter for Sven could be part of that, but it's going to be tough. Smoke up. Who do they find? They're walking right by wards. And Saksa, he's over in the trees. No, oh, not quite going to connect onto anybody. That is a
Radiant's
tough one for
middle
Virtus
tower
Pro.
is under attack.
And actually, they're thinking about running in here. They pop the illusions for the CK. The turnaround. Do they find anybody? Roll in. Coming. Topson finds the jump right at the start. BKB out for Epileptic Kid. The black hole comes afterwards. Catches on to 2. There's no ball. No, it's no black hole though. They kill him off because Topson saves the day there just barely. But Epileptic Kid might be able to do some more damage. Nice. He's got to get out. DM is going to fall. Dude, that turnaround was so sick, and it was almost amazing, but Topson
Radiant's
broke him
middle tower
down.
is under
Yeah, there
attack.
was some faith there from Seb where he's just like, yeah, this might get stolen, guys. I'm not catching the Rubik. He just went for it.
No, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So often
Last
Seb
game,
do it.
Seb. Seb actually had the
middle
best,
tower
I think, at
has
the start of that because he forced out the BKB instantly from the Sven because he got that 4-step
Radiant's
Gale
middle
on.
tower is under
Right.
attack.
And then it's just like, well, I don't have Aghanims yet, so I'm just stuck in
Radiant
place right now as this
structures are
Sven.
fortified.
Wow. Epileptic Kid, again, the only one really here to try and stop things, but they will connect that long range Gale.
Radiant's middle tower
So
is
Yeah,
under
freaking
I had to
annoyed.
double check for a second. I clicked over at 7. I was like, oh yeah, right. It's just Topson doing his thing.
Ooh. So this is going to be another potential tier 3 tower going down. Oh my god.
Whoa,
There,
please!
right there.
What a surprise.
Save is a little bit of a clown. I like it.
Yes, it's a bit of an unfortunate spell for a Rubik. The last one he really wanted of Chaos Knight, but it worked out in that case.
He does have that blink dagger at least. Can they go again? I mean, they've got axe, but they don't have like, so they have the low cost initiation, but they need God Strength, which is 10 seconds away. Yeah, huge lead right now for OG. But there won't be a black hole. Feels like you have to punish that if you're VP.
Yeah, they, you know, we commented on their patience, but OG have this like measured patience as well, where they wait for them to do something. You know, they're not just like running to the high ground.
On it. God, he's so slow. He's gonna find the jump there. Trying to get the backlines now. Saksa went in pretty deep and is gonna get punished. Epileptic Kid finds it and the dunk to finish. So VP find 2 kills, and this is with Roche back up in 5 seconds.
Okay,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jumped in. Tries to blow him up, stun. Oh, but he's in the midnight pulse. Topson gets the kill there. LSA is going to connect, but mid one, the long duration stun is going to pull back Illias, and mid one finds the finish. It was looking good for a moment, but OG, kibosh on that.
They double midnight pulse them again. It's like 1,000 damage from midnight pulse from those two.
Using this voice line, switching over to other people.
Well, you gotta flex when your own player doesn't have the levels, right? That's the best part about Morphle.
Well, we're 50 seconds away from that 30-minute mark, so they're gonna try and reclaim the outpost. But Saksa's over there to interrupt it afterwards, so that's kind of annoying if you're Virtus Pro, is they're gonna also take Roche. Dude, if they can claim the outpost and Roche,
Fallen to the dark.
they find him.
Blinked right into the Saksa.
Silence. They have any follow-up? LSA, BKB out. Dude, he's got to run. Yeah, and Saksa is looking like he's going to be okay here for the moment. Rolls in again. Hits onto the Rubik, which is an illusion. The bait was real. Trying to chase, blink away. GPK barely going to be able to get out of that one.
Yeah, that quickly turned into a I don't want to be here situation for the Lena. And then Thompson's like, all right, let's roll out. Autobots.
Regeneration.
He is definitely Earth Spirit Prime. I'm sorry, Saksa. It's not you, bud.
Silly game.
What a hero. I love Core Rubik.
Great.
Power.
Core Rubik.
Better. It's like they took all the fun things about Rubik, put in a core hero, made him cooler.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh. Done. Got strength back up again in a second. How's this fight gonna go? Epileptic Kid takes down one. Can they find him? No, he's just gonna TP out of there. Wise decision. But right now, it is all the OG show in this game number 2. They have come up with some really good answers here. And now gonna head on over towards mid. Another call with the blade mill afterwards, but no kill. Gets the big black hole.
One more though.
He tries to steal it, able to turn this back around. Looking at his own everybody. And with Epileptic Kid hitting on the other side, they're gonna take them all down. Holy moly, he saved it. What a play. Unbelievable. And now the call, the taunt, can they bring him down in time? Follow-up stun is not going to connect. Topson's got to save the game here. He's got to get the hell out of here, but they won't be able to do it. All 5 fall. What a save from save.
Yeah, no tail, a little too confident there twice in a row now. So well done save. It's funny, we always talk about like you can't do it. You can't throw out the black hole without the Rubik, and now just twice no tails. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. But save, proving him wrong. Excellent play there from save. Well, quite literally saved the game, yeah.
What happened to the Lincoln Sphere? I thought they were going to throw that on him from the Venom.
I'm not sure if Seb
got it.
headed. He obviously didn't get it on time, yeah.
Damn. Well, that was the Aegis fight, and a big turnaround.
Dire's
Jeez, how
middle
much does that get
tower is
them
under
in
attack.
terms of like XP and gold? Everything.
I don't know. They were up like 22k before.
Yeah.
Also, I see some like pretty
Dire's
close to
structures
0%
are
on that win rate.
fortified.
It's 2% now,
Dire's
just so you
middle
know.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, we're making the comeback.
See if it can
Just need
happen.
another 95 seconds, and we can opt for another black hole play.
That's an interesting point, right? Rubik is going to have it now for this next engagement. So maybe an opportunity here. He's also queuing up an Aghanims. Yeah, big swing back there on that XP graph.
All right, but you know, they could just be like, yo, no tail. Maybe.
Don't cast that spell
Just a
anymore.
thought here, dude. But these fights might be a lot easier if you just didn't black hole.
Well, and or at least like make sure that you're getting safe. I feel like that Blink Dagger pick, and this is one of those games where like getting that Philosopher's Stone was so key for Virtus Pro. You know what I mean? Like, think about how different that looks if he doesn't get it. He probably doesn't have his blink in time, these other items to help him out. Scotty done though on the Mork. And well, they're feeling a little shook right now, but they're gonna run it.
Well, OG are smoking up because they don't have black hole, so you know they want to attack the enemy.
I see.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, that's fine. DM. His TP was broken, so he'll eventually be brought down here. As mid one finishes off that axe. Does give a little bit of extra space for Epileptic Kid to get his farm on. And if they have the control, the Sven will tear you to pieces. Both black holes going to be back up again in 10 seconds.
Radiant.
Yeah, without the accent, I just played chill. They have both wards and smokes, or wards and scans rather. Seeing this play here, first they thought they were smokes running through there, and then they just see the giant rolling boulders. They know the Topson looks nearby.
3 seconds stun. As the Lincoln's on him.
Radiant.
Trying to force that bad
As that
BKB.
black hole available. The list comes out afterwards. Laguna Blade going to connect.
They're kind of clumped.
Got to be careful. CK, they jump in.
Got no
No
blink.
there, but the black hole, he doesn't have blink on cooldown yet. He needs to turn it around, but it's not going to come in time. Oh, Paul comes out afterwards. Save it nearby. Does he want to jump in with this? There's no spend for 70 seconds. It's really hard to make this work. Black hole comes out afterwards. With the stun is there. No tail saves the day. And able to turn that around. Gives them the next level play. The buyback comes. But I don't know if they have the damage. With Sven dead there right at the start, that might have stopped it.
Yes, revenge of the no-tail. Quite literally the next level play when you're canceling black hole as Enigma, I think.
Damn.
Radiant's middle
Well, and I think that what was so good about that was like Rubik was forced to blink, and then No Tail was like, all right, he can't get me. I'm just gonna black hole now.
Yeah, that was a really good call on his part.
OG.
You know, he had some risky ones that didn't pay off.
Radiant's
That one,
top barracks are under attack.
90% sure that he had that blink there. Could still be a little bit risky in that case, but definitely worth it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he must have had the vision on it.
Well, save.
All in.
Go. Try and catch him. Lift up on the Topson, but DM, he's got to find a big call here. I don't know if it's
Megas.
so. Hard Sven still 20 seconds away as yes, Megas will be claimed. GPK trying to run out. They're 10 seconds out. They've got to find the opening for DM. Can they get it there in time? The call hits onto nobody. OG are going to take this game. Unbelievable. As that is going to clean it up here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
100%
attack.
win rate should be confirmed as the call will come out, but they're going to roll in afterwards. Very, very well done. As they're going to set their sights now onto those 2 or 4 towers, and Virtus Pro foreseeing every little bit of this from them.
Yes, that'll be the end of the 100% streak. Oh, Rabba left the kid on his Sven.
True. They're just bounce farming ready to go in.
Dancing, black hole in, BKB in. Well,
Dude, they're
black
not
hole's
finished.
sure.
They're just waiting there. Alright, yeah, GG is finally going to get called. OG going to take game number 2. Epileptic Kid want to go in for one last ride. But he's going to be punished as the game will end. OG, they found the answers.
Yeah, that was a very nice adjustment there. The Metal Pick, I think, did a great job of shutting down the
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
The next label play. The next label play.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Morphling.
Virtus
The
Pro's
next label play.
turn to ban.
Lena.
Earth Spirit. Slan stands
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pro's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
Oracle.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus Pros turn to pick.
Keeper of the light.
OG's turn to pick.
Void incarnate.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Bloodseeker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pros turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pros turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pros turn to pick.
Night Stalker.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
The next label play.
The next level play.
Timber saw.
Choose your hero. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Run.
Prepare for battle.
No.
Thank you so much, Sheever. Shut up, you guys. Put Smackdown on him. Got to take him out of this one. But we do have game number 3 now, Trent, and all ready to smoke up. A lot of tips being spun around. The panel was pretty emphatic that they felt like OG is just going to be able to run away with this one with all the nasty silences. You agreeing?
It is a lot of silence. It's kind of frightening. I mean, the Coddle Night Stalker combo. This is a pretty fun one. Haven't got to see it in a while. It also
30
seems pretty
seconds to battle.
annoying to have like the Bloodseeker too. I could see that for both, right? Like in the middle of the fights, getting a second Blood Right off, or just getting off, of course. The Night Stalker with the Agnes is where this combo really starts, though. That one is just the grossest.
Yeah, it's really terrifying. The other thing that we should point out is that, you know, they banned out Ursa, but if you zoom in really close on Bloodseeker and go into showcase mode, he looks exactly like Ursa. Yeah, that's just
like
little
it
mini
there, bud?
Ursa.
Battle begins.
Oh,
Learn
whatever,
your
it's
heroes.
Ursa. It looks like Ursa. Get out of here. It definitely doesn't look like Bloodseeker, but that's fine. Glance value's there. We can see that it looks like a. Thank you very much, Observer, for helping us
I
out
missed
with
the Aztec Slarks. Oh, that's a good one. A big fan of that cosmetic. But yes, we return to again the same 4 heroes. Return once more. Save will be back on the Lina though. We're off the Lina mid. Moving back into the 4 here, and also looking for perhaps a courier snipe.
He is
Mixing
gonna
it up
see
here, it looks like. Now, will he get it? All right, let's see. Does he see the courier? Oh, he saw it. Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh,
Huge
Topson.
brain!
not paying
Dire's
attention.
courier
Get
has been
punished there,
killed.
buddy. Yeah, it's a nice little courier pickup for him.
What an annoying
Okay.
play to do. That's a nice mix-up for a game 3, you know?
True.
Can't do that every game.
That doesn't really lose out on too much because DM is pretty safe right here by the tier 1 tower down bottom. As more battle goes out, waveform forward, trying to get the pressure on as GPK forces out a remnant, and then they back away. And No Tail thought about doing something down bottom, realizes there is nothing to do. He's gonna head on up and hang out with Night Stalker. Remember the days when you couldn't pick Night Stalker and Coddle together?
Yeah, it was like a big joke. Be like, oh man, it's so bad. But yeah, now it just doesn't really matter. I mean, the only lack of value theoretically is if you get eggs on Coddle, but even then it's kind of whatever.
True. You get the vision anyways from Night Stalker, just popping his ulti anyways, so who needs it? But yeah, it is.
Oh, the push into the tower.
Pretty nifty. I like to see it.
Hit in the mid lane too. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you took my courier, whatever. That's fine.
Uh-oh. Down bottom. A lot of aggression being mounted here. DM was bringing Seb down low, but now with Saksa nearby, they're able to hit the LSA to force back the creeps. We're doing a ton of damage to save, but it's just going to be a salve up afterwards and then back to the races of farm.
Mid lane. Oh, Topson. God, it's so close.
Dude.
Oh, this hero's so annoying, man. I
How
can't
you
even
sit
imagine
here
how
like
frustrating it must be to play this guy at a professional level. I feel like I go insane. It's like you're so close to killing him. He goes and sits under a stupid tower and goes to 1 strength and then just magically gains health.
Expectations.
It's those types of games where you just want to, as we see the first blood drawn actually, able to take down save there by Seb. But it's one of those games where you'd love to see something like a Clockwork get played. You know, just get a nice little rocket flare out there. Topson's
Yeah, no
just
punish
taking
this time,
tower.
unfortunately.
Fine. Is a little bit behind the Void Spirit right now, in spite of the annoying pressure that's sort of being mounted. And up top, they're able to get a pull off here. No Tail gets the one through the trees and pulls it over to the hard camp. Nice little pick there.
The next level play.
Down bottom, Saksa taking a lot of damage. And the beatdown commences. The danger of playing these strength heroes into the Timber Saw.
Yeah, a bit of revenge for his pros. They grab their first kill, and Save gets to be a part of it. So, 1 kill, 1 death. You know, he's there for everything so far. And gonna get the pull off. Perfect. DM zoning back. Seb, this is just what they needed here.
And it's even a Hellbear creep too, so they're gonna get some claps there closer for the denies that are coming out. Seb's gonna come and try and contest. The roll in not going to connect. Instead, DM is gonna be kicked out of the blood right. Seb was mainly using that to try and secure these creeps, but with a big old creep wave here, DM should be able to just live sitting with the reactive armor stack.
This is so messy between the blood rates and the kickouts and the temper chains.
Yeah.
I feel bad for these 2 supports trying to hit their spells because everyone's just like zooming around everywhere. Skill shots gonna take some skill here.
Save. He's gonna get punched. He's gonna get pummeled. And is he going to be claimed? Yes. Seb gets another one. So
Yeah, it's a good thing not much is happening in these other lanes because there's a lot of action down bottom and a lot of little plays happening, whereas the other 2 lanes mostly just feel like a lot of spam. Every time I look top, No Tail's either pulling or just spamming Blinding Light. Mid one's just trying to get some farm into the tower, and fairly similar stuff for Epileptic. Yeah, that's a nice, juicy wave coming in, and Epileptic stops the pull with the Stormhammer. That was a nice play to get over there in time.
It looks like he's still going to get this pull off, though, on at least some of them. Gets 2 creeps. Not bad. It's actually probably pretty good. It might even be able to get a couple of these ones denied. Let's see.
The Vools do work pretty hard on those camps, or on those waves. Oh, Epileptic actually got zoned back.
Oh, mid one, he's got another void
concerned.
soon. Right clicks, doesn't want to go for it. They drop a ward up on the high ground.
Dire's middle tower is under
But yeah,
attack.
bounty
Very
runes.
risky ward. Oh, he didn't suspect anything.
Okay.
All right, well, they'll get at least 1 good play here.
And the roll in finds Illias to start. The boulder smash is going to connect. Nice stun from Epileptic Kid. And mid one makes this whole rotation. The void doesn't come back up in time. He's diving now underneath the tower. and realizing maybe it's
but
not
the
going to
ward,
work out
Saksa,
well.
he wants it. Oh, he rolls and he
Thinking-
misses.
God, rolling in, just barely off the mark
Radiant's
there.
bottom
And now
tower
the heals are
is
going to
under
come out.
attack.
Illias is so low. It's just not going to connect. Saksa now trying to get out of there. And he is eventually going to be punished. The ward ends up hurting more than helping. Yeah, he is going to get taken down.
I really appreciate that play, though. He went for it, you know.
Haste.
Now,
blame
does
him,
that
man.
give away the ward or not? Because he did miss.
It's true.
Although there's no way someone goes through that without a ward, so I
Radiant's
feel
middle
like
tower is
Illias is
under
going to
attack.
do ward.
GPK trying to play around here
Radiant
with Seb,
structures
see if they can
are
get the finish,
fortified.
and they will be able to. GPK the one that claims the kill, and DM immediately going to TP top.
Escape that which is all around you.
So Virtus Pro getting a decent amount done while it's nighttime, which is pretty good.
This is bad for mid one, because now there's a level 6 Timbersaw in his lane, and that is not really something you can handle. Especially with the Soul Ring, because there shouldn't be any way to kill him unless you really... I mean, he doesn't have a full mana bar. I guess theoretically, if you just keep spamming him with Void, they could find an opportunity with a really good Blinding Light or something. Or Rupture. Rupture's good. That works.
He's done. LSA not going to be able to stop it. And in fact, they've got Void back up again. Save might be dead too. They overplayed their hand with this Timbersaw, but Illias is in the area. That's going to be enough to stop it. But the root, long duration, LSA going to land afterwards. Void Spirit jumps in. The Astral is there, but the Remnant was not. And they can't kill off Seb.
Illias actually went for a D-ward in the triangle. He was worried about potential vision in there instead, so they did miss that one up on the pillar. And what I really like about that whole play, though, is we're talking about how like they can't kill that Timber because he's level 6, right? They bring up Seb instead, so he can match that rotation. And Saksa has been farming down here for like 3 waves while all that was happening.
Radiant's
really
middle
big.
tower is
Now,
under attack.
Silence, the Sun, Epileptic Kid, his path is blocked, but Save comes in again, stop the pressure. And Epileptic Kid getting TP away again. He's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going back to Fountain.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the fountain. I'm just going to run to the triangle.
Okay.
And Illias is going for another big stack here on the Radiant side. Not
There's
gonna
a
happen.
kill going on down bottom, but yeah,
Stacks. There's
doesn't matter.
stacks, dude. Come on, this is important. This is how you win a game. Watching someone try and stack Radiant, it's just depressing.
They need to cut
Spoiler
all
alert,
the
he didn't
trees.
get it.
Radiant's bottom
No.
tower is under attack.
That makes
Those
a big
2
difference.
trees, as you can see, are still there, so bad life.
I'm worried about this Timbersaw. Not gonna lie to you. Right now, bottom of the cores, and it feels like as this game goes later, his game becomes harder. With
Radiant's
Rupture,
bottom tower
with
is under
Nightstalker
attack.
Silence coming in, and then you've got like, you know, the sort of new and unimproved mana leak, the new and worse mana
Dyer's
leak.
top tower
I'll tell you one
is
thing,
under
you're
attack.
really
Radiant's
counting on
bottom tower
Save
has
to kill
fallen.
this Will-O-Wisp, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Because no one else is.
right.
And for DM, Will-O-Wisp plus Bloodright plus Nightstalker Silence plus Earth Spirit Silence is just depressing.
Yeah, all these things are just going to be really annoying to play against. But, you know, mid one, he's going to go for a Hand of Midas first. So there's going to be an opening here where VP can maybe try and punish this. Silence onto Illias. The roll comes through afterwards, and he is just going to die.
Next level play.
Yeah, the Nightstalker builds are very interesting because it's just all about stacking attack
No
speed.
blood for
So you'll see in like all the regions when people are doing this, sometimes you'll just get a casual glove. In this case, he probably will finish out the Midas. But it's just because of the ulti, right? You're capitalizing on the ulti and it gets flat bonus damage. So logically, you get lots of attack speed.
Damn, dude.
You got
Look at
Saksa.
OG here.
Radiant's middle
This guy's so
tower
good,
is
man.
under attack.
Saksa's been amazing this tournament.
Radiant
Again,
structures are
Vision just in
fortified.
behind, helping it out. They just drop it down to ensure they're going to finish the kills.
Very well done. Topson set up for a waveform afterwards, clears the whole creep wave. They're going to take this tier 1 tower. That ward dropped back behind it. So if anybody shows up, it is going to fall apart very quickly. They got Will-O-Wisp also now. They run into Illias.
Just right next to them.
He's just going to chase him down. I think he's just gone. Tries to get out of there. Good play with the recast Fortune's End, and that might be enough to save him. Although still a lot of damage coming out onto Illias. They have the Rupture now.
gonna give him 6.
The Will-O-Wisp pulls it back in and in trouble. Can they do anything here? GPK does a lot of damage in the AoE. Save trying to take down No-Tail and will eventually get it. Kill the courier and all that madness. Topson brought down somewhat low. Doesn't have waveform for another couple of seconds, but the silence is there. And he is gonna waveform out.
How?
Unbelievable.
Like, seriously, how? It's 10 minutes in. How is this hero allowed to do this? Topson just knows the limits of this hero that he brings it to a whole other level. Who else is gonna wait for him to 3 heroes like that?
Dude, he has 6
Please
still.
die.
He has 6 still.
For the sake of Dota. For all that is holy, please kill him.
They're not gonna do it, man. It ain't happening.
Ice Rock, stop the patch, please. You gotta tinker more with this guy. Don't let him slide by again.
Dude, he probably is going to be honest with you. There's a lot of pings going on right now. I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, it's all OG, so they're just having a great time as far as I can tell.
Yeah. All 3 cores. Top net worth right now for OG up 4,000.
Radiant's
After a good
bottom
game
tower
1, Virtus
is
Pro
under
are kind of
attack.
struggling here, figuring out what's next.
Dire's
They will try and
structures
pressure.
are
It looks like the
fortified.
tier 1 tower top will
Dire's
simultaneously.
top tower is
Seb,
under attack.
in his element, is down bottom, pressuring the tier 2. They will bring in GPK.
Oh man, no fear there.
Misses on the remnant. That's taking a lot of damage here. The rupture comes out afterwards, and it's nighttime, mid 1. It's a spooky,
Radiant
spooky,
structures
crippling
are
fear
fortified.
for you in just a moment.
Dire's
Rupture
top tower is under
is
attack.
doing a lot of damage to GPK, and he eventually falls. No Tail did take a lot of damage. Has to pop the smoke actually to get out of there. Well, up top, they will claim this tower.
Dire's top tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
DM probably the wise call is canceling that TP. Might have been able to clean up one, but probably would have died for it, I would think. They continue the pressure.
Radiant's bottom
I mean, it's
tower
nighttime
is under
now.
attack.
They're gonna force someone else down here at the very least.
Save. Down another blood right. What an annoying spell. Mid lane. Illias underneath the ward. He's got Fate's Edict. He needs it. It won't even be used in it. And, you know, they're just giggling to themselves. The coddle laugh is so good.
I think you should morph, you know, get an axe, morph into no tail, than just
Radiant's
also spam
bottom
the
tower
hee.
is under
I
attack.
like it. It's like the worst hero for him to morph into. That's fine. Who cares?
It's like shocker each other, you know?
Yeah.
We'll get the plays going.
Axe shock first. Walk uphill. Trying to get into this orchid
Dire's
for
middle
GPK is
tower
still a ways
is under
away.
attack.
Able to take farm with the remnant, not necessarily what he wanted to have happen. Forced to remnant, or rather Astral Step afterwards. This is a little bit of free space for DM, but again, like as a Timbersaw, you just want to be ahead right now. Want to be behind.
I mean, space for him,
Radiant's
but look what his
bottom
allies are
tower
doing. They're
is
just running in
under attack.
circles behind a tier 2, just thinking like, guys, is this even worth it? Like, we're not getting a jump. We can't initiate. We initiate, we just die. Night Stalker ulti's coming back
Dire's
soon.
top tower is
They're
under
sitting there with a
attack.
Midas and actually gaining an objective for all this. So what's the point? And then while Topson shows up, it's action time.
This guy's crazy. He's rolling in while waveforming into 4 heroes, and the 4 heroes are the ones that have to run away.
Is under
Look how
attack.
he just walks.
Dire's
Yeah.
top tower
He
is
just
under
doesn't
attack.
care. He was at 900 HP. If he just gets like LSA there, he dies. But he knows because they have this op still just sitting here. Game 1, we
Radiant's
talked so much
bottom
about the
tower
VP
is
vision
fallen.
doing so much for them. In this game, though, even just these 2 wards have done so much in the past 5 minutes. I mean, just knowing where the heroes are on the side of Virtus Pro so they can just keep this stupid pressure going. And that's an outpost gone at 14 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Granted, it gives him a lot of time to get it back.
There you go.
Gotta
silver
find those
linings are
silver
out,
linings. You gotta do
The
it.
next label play.
You can find him. You have to take him. Topson is rushing an E-Blade also. So 5,000 gold lead now at 14 minutes. And Virtus Pro, their backs are up against the wall here in this game at number 3 as they're
I
going to
think-
try and set up top.
The last time they were stopping, he had like a 1420 E-Blade or something. This one is looking very similar. And that was the fastest one in this tourney by like a lot. So,
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. Again, GPK trying to play a little bit safe, but this vision has made OG feel so safe throughout this game to the point where No Tail can just free farm down here by where the tier 2 tower used to be. And there's
yeah, that's a bad sign, right?
that's crazy.
See, he's also cleaning up wards. Battle for
Seb?
vision continues. 3 compared to 2 of Illias.
Oh, doesn't quite connect there with the Atos. Does have Rupture, but they won't quite be able to get him. It's a BKB queued up for mid one. They see the courier heading away, and now they've got eyes on the Toracle. And Illias seeing if he can get a kill. Oh, he misses
Radiant's
uphill.
middle tower
It wouldn't have
is
mattered
under
anyways.
attack.
They take down the Oracle again. And finding more DM up here. He's got the Aethos ready. I think he's dead also.
Yeah, and the Aethos are just too good this game because they know how the Timber has to play.
Ascribe to this.
What a disgusting match as they find GPK back mid. That's the reveal of the E-Blade. I don't know. This is just feeling like it's completely falling off the rails in mid one. He's going to get Epileptic Kid. Save is over here trying to salvage
There was a hero
something, but
there.
It's not going to happen. He completely gets destroyed by Topson. All 5 heroes of VP die within the last minute and a half. Like, there was one over here, there was one over here, there's one's over here. Like, everywhere you go, you're dying.
Tips on tips here. Okay, well, game face is on here, Virtus Pro.
Radiant's top tower is under
Time to figure out
attack.
what to do. This is your 3rd game in a row as Lena Sven. This one's looking the worst out of the lot. 3rd game in a row is Morph Earth Spirit. This one's looking like the best. So we're trending in the wrong direction here for Virtus Pro after winning game 1. That is for sure. The question is, what are they going to do to adjust? Can they? First off, they're going to have to try and claw their way back into this miraculous
Radiant's
play
middle tower
with this
is under
Orchid when it
attack.
comes out from GPK, and Seb is just running at heroes